Hey, what's up everyone? You're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and you are here for your free picks from the Spanish La Liga on Sunday, March 19th. Well, guys, we have a very big day in La Liga, and it is because we have El Clasico coming up. 4 p.m. Eastern, Barcelona is hosting Real Madrid, and it's gonna be another classic matchup between these two sides. We'll see who's gonna come out on top in this one, but at the moment the books are giving advantage to Barcelona, and we'll see if that is justified. Before we get into that game, guys, we have the other four games in La Liga to talk about, so stay tuned to get free picks from that. And of course, if you want free picks from the other leagues, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and check those out as well. We do have a video for every single one of the top 5 European football leagues, and we have separate videos for those big derbies in Italy. The separate video for El Clasico, of course, and there's one matchup in the EPL, so check those out as well, guys. The first game we have is at 9 a.m. Eastern, and that is between Betis and Mallorca. We have two teams in quite a bad form right now. Betis without a win in their last four games, Mallorca without a win in their last three games, and neither side is playing, I don't know, convincingly well right now. But in the head-to-head matchups, both teams to score has hit in the last six games between these two sides. Uh, Betis has been, I would say, slightly more dominant in the previous games, and they haven't lost to Mallorca in the last three home games. But since they were playing in the Europa League against Manchester United earlier this week, they might be a bit tired. Now, it was very hard to expect from Betis to do something, even in that matchup against United at home. But they put up a decent fight. They still ended up losing that game 1-0. But now it's time for them to solely focus on La Liga, and it starts here. Mallorca is missing a couple of players because of injuries. So does Real Betis, but I think that overall Betis has a little bit more quality and depth on the bench. And for that reason, guys, they are the home team here. They need to snap that losing streak, and I think they do it here. So I'm taking Betis on the money line. It's minus 129. It's not going to be an easy matchup, far from it, because Mallorca is a very decent opponent, and they will definitely put up a fight here. But I think that Real Betis comes out on top in this one. In the next matchup, guys, that's 11:15 a.m. Eastern. Osasuna is hosting Villarreal. Now, Osasuna is a very strong defensive team. They have conceded only 24 goals uh, in 25 games, but so did Villarreal. Offensively, there isn't much difference between the two sides. Yes, Villarreal has scored 7 goals more than Osasuna has, but let's be honest, Villarreal has been far from consistent this season. They are now without the win in their last three games. Uh, they got knocked out of the Conference League by Anderlecht earlier this week. Before that, they tied to Betis. They barely got a win against Almeria, and like I said, far from a consistent team. When we take a look at the injuries, both teams are missing only one player who is injured, and that means that they have pretty much all of their players available, and it's gonna be a high quality performance from both sides. But as far as this game goes, guys, I think this was gonna be a little rough. These are two sides that definitely like to kind of roughen their opponents, and they don't shy away from stepping up that defense and the aggression a little bit. So. I decided to go with over 5.5 cards in this one at plus 108. Osasuna is a very solid defensive team for a reason, and that is because, like I said, they do not shy away from stepping up on their opponents, and I think that this is going to be the same here for both sides for that matter. So over 5.5 cards at plus 108. Real Sociedad is hosting Elche in this matchup in La Liga, guys. And as we can see, Real Sociedad is a pretty big favorite despite not winning any of their last six games. Now, Elche on the other side, still at the bottom of the table, still far away from safety. And honestly, even though they're playing well right now, they haven't lost any of their last two games. They definitely don't have enough time left to do something drastically different for them to get out of the relegation zone. Real Sociedad, like I said, hasn't won any of their last six games. They are coming into this matchup by getting a draw against Roma in the Europa League, and they got knocked out, which means that they don't have to focus in La Liga. Real Sociedad had an excellent first half of the season, and because of that, they are still in the Champions League spot. However, Betis is right there behind them, and Real Sociedad needs a win. They have to do everything they can to get a win here. It's not easy to get a better price than minus 275 if we consider the form that Real Sociedad is in. But because Elche is a very, very bad defensive team, they're not doing much. I think that Real Sociedad will get a win here, and we're going to see over 1.5 goals. So I'm taking Real Sociedad to win and over 1.5 goals. If Sociedad scores both of those, fine. If Elche gets another one, also fine, as long as Real Sociedad gets a win here. So that's what I'm going to go with. In the next matchup in La Liga, guys, we have Getafe hosting Sevilla, and I think this was going to be a real battle between the two sides that have been playing, I would say, decent football as of late. They have been somewhat consistent, especially Getafe, who is fighting for their lives this season. They are still in the relegation zone, but they have the same amount of points as Valencia does, and they're only 1 point below Espanyol. Of all the teams that I just mentioned and all the other teams in the relegation zone, Getafe is by far the best defensive team. They have been very, very consistent. They have been doing a solid job at home. And like I said, they have been playing really well with only one loss of their last 6 games. Sevilla is coming off of a loss against Fenerbahce in the Europa League. However, thanks to the 2-0 win from the first leg, they are advancing to the quarterfinals. And like I said, Sevilla is a very strong and experienced team in those knockout games. And they have once again proved that. But now it's time to shift focus to La Liga, because they did get a win against Almeria a couple of weeks ago. Before that, they got destroyed by Atletico Madrid 6-0, and even though they are above the relegation zone right now in 13th place, that could change pretty quickly because Sevilla has been struggling a lot this season. Now, like I said, I think this is going to be a battle. And we have two teams that have been playing somewhat decent football, like I said. But in this case, I gotta go with the better team and the team that has a little bit more experience. And in my opinion, that's Sevilla. So I'm taking Sevilla on the money line. It's plus 170. It's an excellent price for a deep plus money, guys. And it's gonna be tight. I see 1-0 win, maybe 2-1 if Getafe manages to get on the scoreboard. But if not, I see a narrow win for Sevilla, guys. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. These were free picks from Spanish La Liga on Sunday. Check out the separate video for the El Clasico we have coming up on Sunday at 4 p.m. And of course, check out the rest of the free picks up on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel. We do have a lot of them, guys. That's it. Enjoy your Sunday. Good luck with your bets. And I'll see you soon with more free picks.